The truth? No, I'm going to tell him the truth. I'm sorry, but the truth must out here. Everyone must have their cards on the table so we can see who murdered someone. Okay, that doesn't work. I'll work on it, but with the truth. The light must be shone on what happened here.
What will happen when all of the great actors are gone, Inspector? Who will replace us? No one. That's who. There will be nothing on the aether waves but serials starring mechanicals. I hope it's worth it.
Yeah, because telling the truth about you will make all great actors disappear. Yeah, totally. That's what's going to happen. What a pompous moron. Okay, well, we've got to report back to Ludovico.
What floor would you like to visit?
And we have to do that from the penthouse suite, I guess?
Next up, the finest seat in the house.
And what, we've got to tell him everything we know about Bertie, everything we know about Woolrich, everything we know about Kilcannon, and everything we know about... Who was the other person? Everything we know about... The Prophet! The Prophet! You know this means it's Ludovico. We got 4 suspects. The only one who's not a suspect, Ludovico. It's Ludovico. It's gotta be.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
Okay, it's not true. See, like the sarcastic side of me wants to actually do as he just asked me to do. Lie and say, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about her. Say nothing. She was murdered in her office. Shall I just say nothing? I wonder.
It's all right. You don't have to say anything. Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Whoever murdered her used the Needler. Was she important to you? Yeah, was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
Whoever murdered her used the Needler.
The Needler was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf.
True. Enough talk. I'll find whoever did this. Yes, I will. I shall.
Make them suffer, Inspector.
Oh, yes, will do. Okay, I've managed to... Right. So I've managed to track down Black Hole Bertie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Unfortunate and suspicious. This isn't looking good for Bertie. Bertie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him. Even if he didn't kill Helen, Bertie's done some reckless things. No, he's a bit of a character, but I believe he's, I don't believe he's the murderer, and I do feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Go easy on him. He just lost the love of his life. His teammates are a bad influence on him. There was an incident with a woolly cow. He lost... No, look, he did... Go easy on him. He lost the love of his life.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Bertie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Bertie to his core.
Right.
Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen?
No. It looks like I really don't. What does it matter? Arrest the guy and pin some charges on him and move on. No, I don't. I do not believe he is the murderer.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
Okay. Wait, oh, by the way, Bertie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the
Right,
docks.
so we've now brought him back.
I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else
So we
for
brought
me?
him back now, but we've not had him locked up. Yes, I finished my investigation into Jasmine Leva, the Prophet of Profitability.
Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
She really wants to be arrested. I think she's a fraud and a cheat. She's clearly in over her head. All three. I think she's a fraud and a cheat. I want to say all three. She's clearly in over her head. She really wants to be arrested. That's true, but I want to say all of them. She really does want to be arrested, but do I want to tell him that? Because I don't think she's guilty. I think she's a fraud and a cheat. She's clearly in over her head. I don't know. I'm going to go with she's a fraud and a cheat.
Ms. Leva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leaders. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
Not really, no. I'm still considering my options, but no, I doubt she did it. Maybe. She needs to be detained until I'm done with my... No, I doubt she did it.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
I've completed my investigation into her... No, I've looked into Cedric.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
I'm about to disappoint you. He's got an alibi. Oh, God, he did, but I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember what his alibi was. I remember he had one. Wasn't his alibi something along the lines of, yes, but I didn't know I wanted to murder her when she was alive? Didn't he? He was torturing somebody at that time, wasn't he? He was busy. Yes, he couldn't have killed Helen because he was torturing somebody else. We didn't actually speak to whoever it was he was torturing, though, to ascertain whether or not he was in fact being tortured at that moment, did we? I don't think it was him anyway. He's got an alibi.
Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis.
Probably true.
With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
He was torturing a guy at the time of Helen's death. I can't see past that alibi. Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he had the motive for killing her. He runs Sublight. He could have ordered... Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he has the motive for killing her. He did have one eventually, but he didn't know about it at the time. So I genuinely think that we'll go with the motive for now, because you're right. The alibi could have been faked. She was making money for him.
No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make.
True.
Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident.
Sorry to disappoint you, though, Ludovico. He's alive and well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
Welcome, minion.
Right, yeah, okay. Who's that? Who's that? Lady Manticore! Thank you for the resub. I've completed my investigation into Helen's poisoning.
Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
The poisoner was none other than Owens, the former bellhop. No, they covered their tracks too well. Here's Spencer Woolrich. Now I'm going to tell him. Spencer Woolrich does not deserve any pity at all. Man's a terrible actor. Yeah, no, he confessed to the crime.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, see. The unfinished accusation. We never did find the pinwheel. You've investigated 2 suspects in the case of Ellen's death. You're making progress. If you believe you know the name of the murderer, speak to Administrator Ludovico and make an accusation. Otherwise, continue your investigation and look into additional suspects. I need to talk to...
This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this.
Has anyone got any ideas?
There's no room service, right?
You guys are like zero help whatsoever. Who could we talk to? We still need to find the murder weapon. Right. Okay, fine. We're going to go back out again. Come on.
What floor would you like to visit?
You do not know. We're going to go to the VIP.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking.
What have we
I've already
missed?
got one.
What have we missed? What have we missed? Alright, who have we got here? Zeke.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah, I was just wondering...
What can I do for you?
Just wondering if I... Would you happen to know why there's a woolly cow in one of the rooms?
We sort of borrowed her from the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve while we were drunk. I have no idea how we managed to sneak her in here without being spotted. Don't worry, we'll return her safe and sound. Mostly sound. Hungover is still sound, right?
God, I hope so. Yeah, okay, thank you. I don't suppose you can answer any questions. No, you can't. Okay, fine. And... ooh. He's now been... Riot control armor. Nothing there. Classic Wear Express. Not seeing anything like, you know, the murder weapon. Black Hole Bert, where's the mechanical... Bertie!
Hotel rooms don't feel like home until you mess them up some. This one's real cozy.
Okay, I have a few more questions for you.
What do you want to know?
About Helen, about Auric West. Why did a mascot pull that little stunt over... Actually, this is a good question. Why did you have the mascot pull the little stunt over the recording in Helen's room? Haven't I asked you that?
I remember sending her the recording, but... Law, I was halfway to preserved by then. I don't know what was on it. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I was involved in her death. I was scared of looking suspicious.
Okay, I found the recording. There's nothing incriminating. So you had a man break into Helen's old room to cover it up. You do realize that's pretty stupid?
I wish that were the dumbest thing I ever did, but it's not.
Okay. What's it like being a famous tossball player? Not sure that's relevant.
Tossball was, is, and always will be the greatest game in the universe. And I would give it up in a heartbeat to have Helen back.
About Auric West.
Yeah?
What's his deal?
Oric's a businessman. He sells stuff you can't get elsewhere. You know,
That's the guy
alternative
we met
stuff.
in the...
We're talking sort of science, crockery, whole
Got
supplements.
it. That's the guy in the... right, why would anyone buy whole... You mean holistic supplements, yes?
Probably. I can never
It's
remember.
the guy we met in the spaceport.
I just know I trust Oric more than I do any sawbones. Maybe putting effort accelerators in your body isn't always the right call, you know? Maybe there are other options. Maybe I don't take all the accelerators Rizzo's pushes on me.
Okay, maybe I should forget the last one so you don't get in trouble with Rizzo's. Okay, I get it. You want to keep your fringe medical opinions on the down low. You know what? I'm just going to talk to Oric. Yeah, maybe I should just talk to him. I get it. You want to keep your fringe medical opinions on the down low. Okay, no, I get it. You don't want people to know. All right.
People get worked up about this kind of thing is all. Not that my personal business should be any concern of theirs.
I totally agree.
Yeah?
No, totally agree. Where can I find him?
Oric hangs around the spaceport most days.
Okay.
Since he's not here at the bar, he's most likely over by the buy bunks at the shipping yard.
I knew that. I was just checking to see if he'd tell me the truth. Okay, who was that? Lazy sod. Thank you for the resub. About Helen.
What about her?
I don't think... What was your relationship with her like?
Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together.
Okay. Why did you break up?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't.
Yeah, right. She didn't want to get you killed. Like, you know, she got killed. Did she have any enemies? Do you know of any enemies that I haven't...
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
We don't actually have any leads. We don't have any bloody leads here. This is really quite frustrating. Empty. Empty. And... Oh, this is where the robot...
This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles. Randomizing despair tables.
Yeah.
Oh, Helen.
Skip. Done it. Okay. Who was it that upgraded? It was Woolrich. Woolrich still seems the... Oh, no, there he is. I had the wrong room. Okay.
You hold my fate in your hands, Inspector. I hope you'll do the right thing. If not...
Oh, I've already read all this, haven't I? I've already read his stuff, haven't I? Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, To management from Spencer. There seems to have been some kind of mistake. When I first arrived at the Grand Colonial for this unveiling, I was led to a small sitting room, the kind an individual might be allowed to relax in, with moderate comfort before being led to his actual quarters. It has been a week and a half, and yet no one has arrived to deliver me to my actual room yet. If I didn't know better, I'd assume this was meant to be my actual room. If I didn't know better, I might assume you tried to place Spencer Woolrich, star of 100 of the serials, the hero of the Aether Wave, sets colony-wide, in a room where he can hardly walk from one end to the other without bumping his toe in the foot of his bed or a shoulder upon his desk. I might even assume that Ruth Bellamy was placed in the Grand Colonial Penthouse Suite on purpose rather than by mistake. But I'm sure the issue will be rectified soon, as I'm pretty sure I've read all this. Yeah, this is just him whinging and complaining. Which really doesn't get us anywhere. What clues do we have so far? None. We know she was poisoned, but that was probably by Woolrich, right? We know she was shot. Was it by the Needler?
What floor would you like to visit?
We need to find the Needler. This is what we need to do. We need to find the bloody Needler.
Next
I'm going back to the penthouse.
The finest seat in the house.
She was trying to uncover something. This was hers. Did I miss anything in here?
You've returned. Hope you're finding the hotel to your liking. Now, what can I lend a hand with?
Nothing. Right. Dude, do you think we need to go and talk? I want to get in there. I want to get in there. Oh, what? Oh, I can talk.
Why, hello
I
there.
can talk to you.
Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan. You've likely heard my dulcet tones through the elevator intercom.
Okay, right. I recognize your voice. Pleased to finally meet you. With a voice like that, it's surprising no one smashed the intercom. That's not very nice, is it? Yes, pleased to meet you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
You said you operate the elevator, right? Can guests not press the buttons themselves? Oh, good question.
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want tossball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy. Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button. It's an extra effort, but the Grand Colonial prides itself on personalized service in all things.
Okay.
That and the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often.
So I assume the bellhops all know each other. Any gossip about Norville?
Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready to help any and all guests who might need it. And so handsome, too. His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
Ah, did he kill her because she wouldn't give him an autograph? What about Bellhop Owens? The chef was talking about him.
Owens? I hardly spot him. Generally, he's at Mr. Woolrich's beck and call, fetching this or that, helping with his room, and providing as his acting partner far more often than not. Ooh, that was strange. I've never felt quite as pleased as I just was to be tasked with working this elevator for 16 hours every day.
Okay, that was a little odd. Okay, do you know anything about Halcyon Helen's murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual. The camera feed only allows me to see within the elevator, which always has many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was a right shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in. That marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off.
No, I hadn't actually heard that. Have marauders been a problem at the Grand Colonial before?
Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here.
I haven't found any marauders.
Slug claims they've got the problem under control, but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are. Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Okay, well, thank you. You've been... What? Get... How did you get in there? Okay. Oh, we could go downstairs and talk to all of the staff. That's what we want to do.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Nothing. Right. Before we go downstairs...
You've returned. Hope you're finding the hotel to your liking. Now, what can I lend a hand with?
Never mind. Okay, he was wanting an autograph and didn't get one. The Grand Colonial Hotel service elevator is out of order and will be for the foreseeable future. Please use the stairs. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Lots of blah.
Sublight Underground appreciates your patronage.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Okay. And that was the exit, yes. Okay, so can we find the bellhop? Can we find the bellhop quarters and rummage through their things?
Wow! I haven't felt this...
That's somebody who's on the... Okay. Out of order notice. Please excuse our mess. We're working hard to remove all the valuable treasures our valued guests have misplaced in our pipes. Per usual, items recovered from sewage inhaler will be auctioned off at the start of the month to the employees of the Grand Colonial Hotel. Note the sanitation materials will be auctioned off as well. That's a spaceship. So if somebody tried to flush a murder weapon down, it might get picked up here. Okay. Okay, right.
Get anything good for lunch?
Pea-free nut butter and jelly-free jam on premature bread. Tastes like nothing.
Looks like you win this round. I couldn't afford lunch, so I caught a sprat lurking around crew quarters. Bony, but it's something.
You know those things eat garbage, right?
Good point. I'll try that next if I can't catch any more sprats.
Okay, that was depressing. Okay, then. Right. Moving on. Moving on. And what? That's a safe. That is a safe. Where does this go? Does this go to the outside world? Can't remember. Oh, this is where you... Aha! Right. Yes, that makes sense, does it not? Yes, I thought perhaps we'd be able to find a way in there if we came down here. Mumble says, I never understood the reason for medical staff working long shifts. Seems like a bad idea having a tired doctor. Yeah, but then when did a bad idea ever get in the way of someone doing said idea? Alright. So, wait. No. It's a model. It's a model. It's just a model. We really, really want to find... Okay, now we've already found him. Yeah, there was a slug in here. I remember that. We'll go in there in a minute.
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me.
Okay, someone's trapped in room A3. Somebody is trapped in room A3. We have got a trapped person in room A3. Okay. I'm gonna get you. Are you serious?
I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it.
Half-eaten bell hop. Okay. Right. So, your arm is in the toilet. Trace amounts of sprat saliva on this current stump. Former arm indicates the starving bellhop fed the starving creatures with her flesh. It's a shame she was unwilling to eat herself first. Wait. Okay, she ripped off her own arm to feed sprats so she could eat them. Right? Is that what we're saying here? Is that what we're saying? That's what we're saying, isn't it? All right. There's a hat here that increases movement speed during time dilation. Does anybody want it? 'Cause I know I don't. All right.
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me. I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door. I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it. The door is stuck. And I know I need to write a service request, but I can't get it under the door. Is anyone there?
Why didn't you just jump? To whom it may concern, please consider this note as a service request to fix A3's faulty door. I deeply apologise for not following proper protocols with this informal request, but my terminal is broken. Too broken to submit a service request form to fix it. I normally would never thumb my nose at our standard operating procedures, but I've been stuck in my room for several days now and believe I will likely starve to death quite soon. Well, I hope to hear from someone soon in regards to processing this urgent request. Thank you. Is there a rule that says they're not allowed to jump through holes even to save their own lives? Of course there bloody well is. Alright. Just... okay. Bit cartridges. Don't need bit cartridges. Need...
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay. Deadeye assault rifle. Truck shard services. Just bits. Okay. Where? Ah.
This collection of frozen food has not been restocked in some time. Many of these items are not available in the Grand Colonial and must have been brought in from outside. The fridge was transported here from one of the guest bedrooms upstairs.
Okay. Alright, so somebody here was stealing stuff from the guest bedrooms. Doesn't really help me, does it? Or does it? I don't... Oh, well, ha-ha! Handwritten note. I have eaten the purple berries which were in the refrigerator and which you probably were saving for breakfast. They were awful. Okay, that did not help in the slightest. No, it did not. Alright, okay. Well, we're getting lots of... not... well... Okay. Thought for a second. Unlock. I already had the keycard for this. Oh, there's a book here. Okay. Let me just... hello? Hi. Hello? Steel... oh, steel room B1's... wait, isn't this B1's? This is B1. Whose room was this? Somebody's... steel thunderclap. I have no idea what thunderclap is. or why there's lots of Spectrum Brown in here and promotional materials. Okay, what am I missing here? Examine. Janitor's private diary. Dear diary, my new living quarters are real swell, but I'm having a bit of trouble getting to sleep every night. Management kindly offered to board me up in the hallway while they commandeer my room for Spectrum launch storage. Since then, I swear I've been seeing things. Now, I'm sure it's due to lack of sleep on account of the damned leaky pipe above my bed, but last night I saw something like a giant worm slither past me. Don't get me wrong, I'm entirely grateful over all the space I now have, but I have to find a way of getting some rest before I go completely mad. Okay, so this is why the man's bed was out here. Right, so they moved the man's bed out here so they could keep the Spectrum Brown stuff in there, and for some odd reason it broke through the pipe into here. And okay, nope, don't know what's going on there. Okay, we got deads. Have we checked in here? I don't think we've checked in here. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me just see if I'm getting this right. This is the communal room. We went down A, we came back up B, and then there's C. Incoming! Really?
Everyone all right?
Oh yeah. Thankfully. I mean, it was a rabid sprat. What would we have done? Okay,
You're fast.
Yeah, very fast. Still not seeing anything exactly. Aha! We have another barred door. Did something hiss?
Here they come.
Oh, they did. Oh, I actually missed.
Whoever it was.
Yep. Okay, right. Whoa, okay. Aha! Stay right there. I'd like a word with you. Okay, we're going in there. But before we do that, let's just... Champion's toss ball stick. Okay. 2 beds, energy cell, tossboard, Carl Marina Bell. Is that special? I don't think it is, and it's just junk. Okay, right. Aha! Excuse me, could you stop eating that Vortex Mace Ultra? I'm sorry, could you stop eating that, man? I need to check him for... Immunosol? What? Okay. Did he have anything else on him? No, apparently not. Alright. Hotel guest. Why was there a hotel guest down here? Engineer's final note. To whom it may or may not concern, I don't understand why I deserve to be terminated. I was your engineer. I fixed things. Your time clock was malfunctioning. You were logging 1 hour for every 10 I put in. How is that fair? And yeah, I admit it. I wanted that free tour of the distillery. I put in my 10,000 hours. I deserve my to wet my throat with a little Spectrum Violet. I didn't know that accepting that free tour meant I'd join the Rizzo's family. You know I can't read fine print ever since that welding accident. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Catch a freighter back to the Groundbreaker? Sublight won't pick me up. So I guess that means I'm going to talk to Mr. Ludvico hat in hand and beg him to employ me. Sorry, I take that back. I won't have my hat in my hand. I turned that in with the rest of my personals. It was a stupid hat anyway. Mots. Grand. Okay, none of this seems to be getting us anywhere. Have you noticed that? None of this has got us anywhere. At all. We're busy going nowhere. Alright, so this room we've not been to, I don't think. Got a dead Sprat's here, but we didn't kill him, did we? Elite Trooper armor? Wait. What the hell was that? What the hell was... Okay. Whoever said the best advanced defense was a good advanced offense was probably wearing this helmet. Okay, it's not terrible, is it? I mean, it's not as good armor as this, my stealth helmet, but then it's only level 22, so I could pimp it up and see what happens. We could definitely pimp it up and see what happens. It's Felix, I need you to do something for me. I'm sorry. I'll take it off. I am really sorry. Just, I didn't want to try it on myself. I did not. I'm sorry. I'm just... A good leader should never ask a subordinate to do something he would never do. Well, there was no way I was putting that hat on.